Welcome in to the channel Tennessee podcast. It is January the 26th. The year is 2026. Tennessee takes down Alabama down in Tuscaloosa, and their fans are bitching and crying. Anytime we can make their fans mad, I'm all for it. And ESPN treated Charles Badeko, however you say his name, like he was like some Make-A-Wish kid that's fulfilling his dream of playing for Alabama. That was wild. We'll talk about that. And has Nate Ament turned a corner? Has Nate Ament turned a corner? The New England Patriots will face the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 60. We'll do 3 segments at the end of the show. Biggest letdowns in sports. Cut one, Tennessee edition, and choose one. Well, welcome into the channel, Tennessee Podcast. I'm your host, Randy, alongside my good friend, Austin Brown. Let's get this thing rolling. But before we do, let's get a message from Southern Turf. Get ready for spring and practically zero-yard maintenance. Southern Turf Company is the largest privately held residential artificial turf installer in the U.S., having completed over 14,000 installations in the last 6 years with over 4,000 five-star reviews. Call or text our buddy Scott for a free estimate at 704-960-2651. That is Scott from Southern Turf. Well, let's get to talking, my friends. Let's get to talking. Tennessee takes down Alabama. Man, how enjoyable was that? Like, I just loved every second of. I didn't love the emotion of the game because I was pissed off a lot of the time. But then when you kind of felt that Tennessee was taking over the game, man, it was fun to watch their stupid, idiotic fan base full of inbreds down there just booing and sad, and I love it. Anytime, like I just said, that Alabama fans can just cry and bitch and moan, I'm here for it, and I absolutely love it. What did you think about that game, Austin?
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic, and we needed it in every way, shape, and form. We had our backs absolutely against the wall. We dropped out of the top 25 for the first time in 90 weeks, and to just have that kind of performance after the week before we blew the game versus Kentucky here in Knoxville, and to just go out there and Nate Ament decides to have the best performance of his career against Alabama when they played a dude for 25 minutes that had been playing pro basketball for 3 years. That's just it don't get more sweet than that.
I love it because I saw a couple tweets from their fan base about, well, we were down 2 players. I'm like, we were down players too, and we also didn't have an NBA player on our team. And I don't care what anybody says. Oh, it's a G League. That's still professional ball. You're still playing professional people. Like that doesn't make any sense. It's just the G League. No, it's not just the G League. You're playing against some of the best competition in the world that's training to become NBA talent. Like, I don't.
Okay, if you want to compare signing an NBA contract to signing a pro contract in overseas, okay, Charles Bediako is the guy that signed the NBA contract that played for them and then came back, had a second stint, I guess, and he played Saturday. Okay, that's the guy who signed the NBA contract. He looked pretty damn good, didn't he? He looked like he'd been playing pro ball for a good. He looked like his job was playing basketball for a few years.
Yeah,
you'd say so. Okay, well, the pro player we had in our team, his name is Ethan Berg, and
that is not the same.
He's not very good. Okay, so if you want to compare those guys as professionals in the same sense, then have at it, my friend. I don't think it's a very good argument. No, don't get me wrong. It's ridiculous. You're the only idiots who actually think it's okay to be playing a guy that signed an NBA contract, and the guy who said you could, the judge that approved it, is a 6-figure donor of yours, alumni. This is the judge that said, okay, you can play him. I mean, give me a freaking break. Not only so you are still the program that started a guy that a few days prior provided a murder weapon for a guy who killed a pregnant mother. Now you're the guy that's all in favor of killing the sport of college basketball by letting jokers like Charles Bediako play. Nate Oates, for the love of God, man, have some self-respect, man. There's other ways to win besides the way you choose to go about. Like we gave Will Wade all the shit in the world for being a slime ball and whatnot. Dude, this guy is about 1,000 times more the slime ball Will Wade is.
And you know the craziest thing about that is before before Charles Bedio, how do you say his name? Bediako. They said
Bediako.
they said it about 400.
Well, Dave Neal wanted to just like lose his mind over it, act like the guy is like breaking the freaking color barrier or something.
We'll talk about that next. But yeah,
this is a glass ceiling for so many people.
I know
this guy is a bum, dude. This guy is not good enough for the NBA. That's all he is. Like that's all he's proving. Like good lord, man.
And then, but Nate Oates, before that even happened, he was like, I don't, along the lines of, I don't agree with this. I don't like this. Then why the hell are you doing it?
What am I?
What are you talking about, man? You
psychopath. But he showed me the pro players in Europe. Shut the fuck up, dude. I mean, just give me it. Don't do this. That's all you can do is not do it. Okay, man. I know you're injured. I know you're hurt, and I know you're also not that good. Like, let's be frank here. This Alabama team, compared to the ones they've had in the past, isn't all that good. They've taken a little step back, and I'll give him that. He's desperately trying to figure out a way to win more basketball games, but putting the whole sport of college basketball at risk shouldn't be the way to go about it. And I honestly do not believe, I wholeheartedly do not believe this could happen in any other state. I don't believe it could happen. Like Alabama just is that state where college athletics rule above all else. If it helps them win anything in college sports, they will do it. They'll break any law. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's part of me that is like, yeah, that's kind of cool. You know, you say screw the rules, but dude, you're literally risking the entire sport of college basketball. And like this whole framework of the sport's at risk when you do stuff like this. But it's so satisfying for them to pull all those strings, just do everything in the world to get this guy to play. And he plays well, and they still lose to the Tennessee Volunteers on their home court in front of all their lovely folks out there in the stands.
Oh my gosh. And let's talk about that. Like okay. Alabama has the dumbest fan base in all sports. And I looked at my wife during the game, and I said, listen, Kentucky fans are really dumb. I can't stand them. But Alabama fans, especially their basketball fans, take that to another level of stupidity. They're out there with their stupid hard hats on, like they just watched their first basketball game ever. Every time Alabama would get a foul, they would boo. And there was a time period in that game, I think, you got to check me on this, but like Tennessee had like 4 or 5 or 6 fouls in a row called. And Alabama was shooting free throws out the ass. And then Tennessee comes down and Alabama fouls Tennessee. And it was like it was just a normal foul. But they lose their minds. I'm like, dude, y'all just shot like 15 free throws in a row. Like, and then we fouled them, and I specifically remember this old hag standing up in the front row. And he's just like pointing his finger at the ref. And then the crowd starts saying, ref, you suck. I'm like, dude, y'all just got like 6 fouls in a row. Or we just got 6 fouls in a row. What are you talking about? You sound stupid. Like
it's almost like they're all it's almost like they're used to getting preferential treatment in every way, shape, and form.
Well, even Nick Saban called out their stupidity on a weekly basis. It was crazy. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he hits their own football coach, Nick Saban, used to call them out for being dumb. Like his press conferences were so funny when he did that. He's like, we got these idiots that are spoiled leaving the game. Like, he did stuff like that after games. But watching these people like in the crowd, it looks like they're like, oh, basketball, put in basket, yeah. Like they look so dumb out there with their stupid. What is the hard hat thing? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You look ridiculous.
Well, a product of being of incest is like, you either missing a finger, missing a toe. That can happen along the line of incest, and that creates balance issues. And when you have balance issues, you fall a lot. So to combat that, they've given them all hard hats.
It's so dumb.
It's not. I mean, it's kind of a safety measure, okay, man. At least they I mean, I feel sorry for him. Okay, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong.
Oh, I know. I
It's a
know. Screw
tragic
'em.
situation.
I don't feel sorry for 'em. Screw 'em.
They
Screw 'em.
can't stand up straight. It's sad. But
They wouldn't shut up a couple years ago when they had a murderer on their team, and now they're kind of silent. They're like, "Oh, we're not really big basketball fans," and like it's very annoying. You spoiled punk bitches. That's what y'all are. Anyway, that's our rant on that. But let's talk about something that did happen positive of that. And Nate Ament took them around back and spanked the shit out of them.
dude,
Loved every minute of it. Nate Ament, you mentioned it. Was it the Florida game where Nate Ament had a really good second half? And it looks like, okay, what? And I hate this term. It looks like something clicked. But like it in that second half, I think it was a Florida game. You have to check me on that. But where
um,
something just kind of like happened and he just got way more aggressive and went to the rim and realized that he was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school and that he doesn't have to play pansy ball or whatever he was doing where he was just like he was so soft. I don't even know if that's the case or not. I'm just saying, I'm just spewing crap out of my mouth.
dude,
But the past couple games you've seen him use his body and push people around and realize that he's a tall mofo out there.
you know, I wasn't. I mean, I didn't put it all online. A lot of in our text groups, I was pretty discouraged with the performance of Nate Ament throughout the early parts of the season, the first half of the season. It was very much like, man, this guy is supposed to be the end all be all, and he's sitting there with like 7 points and lost to Illinois or something like that. I don't even remember the specifics, but it started. I think you saw a little bit against Florida. He had like 17 points that game, and then he had the A&M game. The whole second half at A&M, it really felt like they were kind of figuring out that this is our answer, and we need to. This guy needs to take over, kind of like how Dalton would take over and how Chaz at times would take over. It was it reminded me of that because he's either he's playing the three or the four, and it's a very similar spot to those guys. And those are usually our high ticket items. So I feel like that is his role in this team at the end of the day. And you really saw it in this game. Like it was like the accumulation of all these other games where he was kind of feeling that, kind of growing in that area. And last night was like that moment where it all clicked and
Like it slowed down
he
for him.
he kicked ass. It was
Yeah.
so awesome to see. It
It
was
it's
so awesome to see.
it's almost like it slowed down for him. Like you could see it in his face. And when he went up and did he get fouled or dunked it or something like that? And then he
Hmm.
looks up and he just yells. And you're like,
Hmm.
"Oh shit." And then after that, it's just game on. Like he took over. No one could stop him. I mean, absolutely no one on that team could stop him. Even the 7-foot NBA loser, G leaguer that came out of NBA to come back and play. And I there was moments in that game. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't, but there was moments in that game where I felt like Nate Ament was trying to posterize that dude, Bediako.
Yeah.
I felt like he was trying to posterize him because he went up on him and he got fouled. Like Bediako hit him with his body and Nate got fouled on the shot. Made both free
Hmm.
throws after that. But there was a couple of moments in that game where I was like, man, he is trying to posterize this man.
Hmm.
And I'm telling you right now, if he would have posterized an NBA player, that would have gone down as one of the most insane moments in Tennessee basketball history. Like that would have like broke the internet. That would have done it. Man, and I was really hoping he would connect on something like that because
Yeah.
it looked like he was trying real hard to do it. like
Well,
it was fun.
there's a lot more opportunity. I mean, you never know. This guy might get like 7 more years of eligibility. So, uh, one little thing, I was listening to the Mike Keith and Chris Lofton on the broadcast,
Mhm.
and Lofton was talking about man, this was such a fun game. I almost wanted to be out there. And Mike Keith goes, you know, depending on the hearing on Tuesday, we can make that happen.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Um,
Like I love if you've ever listened to Mike Keith, I've listened to him my whole entire life because I lived in Nashville for a long time, been a Titans fan forever. And nothing is funnier when Mike Keith gets chippy and sarcastic. It's super funny. Like it's
you
hilarious.
don't expect it too. It's
No,
like,
you don't. He's so professional, but
uh-huh.
then he'll get snippy and he'll take sarcastic shots at things, and it's really funny if you've never
Yeah.
really paid attention to it. He does
Yeah.
a great job.
I think, and also they kept, what's his name? Okay, I lost my train of thought. Whatever. It was such funny, and like God, Nate Ament, man, it was just, this is what we've been needing, and hopefully we're just seeing the start of this, and it's gonna accumulate, and he's gonna have more nights like this. He'll have a 30-point game here and a 30-point game there. It would really be nice to see because you got two elite scorers on this team potentially, and that is Nate Ament and Jacoby Gillespie. You should end every game with like those guys 20 plus points. And if you have that each and every night, you got a good chance at
Mm-hmm.
making it
Well,
deep in March.
Nate Ament played out of his mind on last Saturday, but I'll tell you the turning point in the game. The turning point in the game is when Jacoby Gillespie made back-to-back and ones.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "You listen, no one's going to try to score. I'm going to try to score." He scored back-to-back and ones, and that was the. I was telling you earlier. I cashed out of my 6 or 7 leg parlay, which I would have won after the Seahawks won last night to go to the Super Bowl. I would have won like $200 off a $5 bet. I cashed out. I looked at my wife and I was like, "Well, I cashed out so we could win." And as soon as I cashed out, Jacoby Gillespie had 2 back-to-back and ones. And I looked at my wife and I was like, "Told you." As soon as I cashed out, Tennessee was going to turn it on. It's like this unheard thing in the universe. It just happens when you have a parlay going. And if I would have cashed out, Tennessee would probably gotten blown out. So that's just how that stuff goes. So, but I took one of the team. So thank me later.
I had a weird, just like comfort feeling during this game. I was negative before it, but once it got going, I mean, I guess I was feeling a little down when we were down 10, but once we got it going after that, I did feel like we were just going to win this game because Brick Barnes owns Nate Oates. I don't know why. I think it's because Nate Oates runs a one-dimensional offense, and he's just easy to guard or simple to guard. The game plan against him is pretty obvious, and we just usually have defenders that can shut that stuff down for the most part. And if we find enough points, we're gonna win.
Well, and
Yeah,
it helps that they don't have an explosive point guard like they did last couple years.
yeah. Phylon's pretty good, but he's no.
Mm-mm,
I can't think of his name.
me either. But the point guard they previously had was like amazing. He was so good.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name right now,
the
but
guy from Ohio.
yeah, he was really good and really explosive and really hard to stop. So that was a big aspect because when you don't have explosive point guard like that, and like their point guard was good, but when you don't have explosive point guard like that, you just guard the 3 line, and let them shoot all day. And that's what Tennessee did. They take away the 3 line. They don't give them wide open shots. It's like that is their main thing is to guard that 3. And I feel like that is one thing with Rick Barnes. If Rick Barnes gets a team that like just like launches threes the whole game, I feel like his teams are pretty good in that aspect of shutting that down. It's when a team has really good guard play and they can get the players on our team to get distracted so they can throw it out there to the 3-point line and have an easy wide open 3. So that's when Tennessee gets in trouble.
The teams that can really challenge us are the ones that can score from everywhere.
Mhm.
Like
That
if you
that's
tell us
that's
that
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
if you can if you're like Alabama only scores down low or at the three. They're very NBA mindset like that, but
Mhm.
you know where to guard. I mean, pretty much though at that point. And I think we talked about how like well, literally there's a story of Rick Barnes literally just being like, I'll give them the 2. I'll give them the mid range all day, and they won't take it. They refuse to take it. And it's honestly funny. Um, but yeah, that's a huge win. There were still moments I didn't like in it, like late in the game, Gillespie dribbles off his foot. Uh,
Yeah.
Critical moment. Thank God we didn't score a field goal in the last 4 minutes. So we survived a lot of not great stuff, but we still got the victory, and it was a really impressive one. I think and it's funny. Like Bronze just owns Oats. Like I saw a guy in the comments saying, "We'll always play y'all again. We'll get you." Like, really? You think you're gonna get us? Really? I mean, you
Yeah,
never get us.
I'm the same. I'm a different mindset of that. Like, if your team, like about Kentucky, like, oh, we'll get you next time. Like, I don't know. Like, we can't beat you. So we can't beat you with what's his face as head coach.
Unless it's in March.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. It's like, oh, we're gonna get you next time. Like, I don't know if we will or not because it seems like we just see Kentucky in front of us and we shit our pants, and they make every three shot they take, and that's how it usually is. And yeah, we did get them last year in March, but my God, like you can't. Like the Alabama guy, hey, we'll get you next time. Like, no, you haven't proven you have, or that you can. So I'm not gonna. Another reason why their fans are just dumber than bricks. They're the dumbest fan base on earth. They're little mommy and daddy's money going down there with, hey, mommy and daddy. Hey, by the way, we need a hard hat. Can you buy that for us?
Mm.
Like, yeah, sure. Go to your local construction
Well,
site
you already
warehouse.
have a hard hat. No, 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 no.
We gave you one at birth, son.
That's when the dad goes, "You're not wearing your hard hat."
What
Mom, the
mom
hell?
paid a lot of money for those.
You are falling down the streets without hard hats. God bless. That's why
Put your trench
your
strap on with it.
your
Please.
IQ has dropped to 10 to 8.
Golly, man. But who does Tennessee have next on the schedule?
We were gonna play Georgia on Tuesday. Now we're playing them on Wednesday. It's in
Yes.
Athens.
That game scares me.
It scares me. The one after it scares me more. But
Tennessee schedule's hard.
well, dude, we've already had strength of schedule. We've already had the hardest schedule in the SEC so far,
Mhm.
and our next two games are very hard.
Well, it's like the Lady Vols. Their schedule is like gauntlet. Like it's just ridiculously stupid. It's so hard. And speaking of them, they really turned things around with Kim Caldwell and them. But that it's like the Lady Vol schedule. It's like you just look down the schedule, you're like, good God, this does not get any easier. It just keeps getting harder and harder and harder. And yeah, but that Georgia game, Georgia's good, man. Mike White correct? Still there?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got that team playing well, man. He really does. Georgia scares me.
he does. They've kind of drifted a little down. I think they were like what they. Let's see their record in SEC play.
Most basketball teams though, you'll have like a little drift down, but like they're still loaded. Like they're still a really good team. Like they're ranked. I mean, they're still ranked in the top 25, so they're still a pretty good team, right?
No, they dropped out this week.
Okay, they dropped out like we did. Okay, so
we lost to Texas, Ole Miss, and Florida. Okay, yeah, it's not terrible, but
I don't know. But I feel like every time we go to Athens to play basketball there, we don't do things very well.
No, we don't.
With the tiny
I think
things.
last time was Connect and we did win, but
it took everything we had. Yeah,
it took I think that was the game we felt like Connect kind of was that guy. You know, remember that game?
He took over.
Oh yeah, we were down with like 6 minutes left, and we just scored the next 10 points. I think. That was a fun. I love that team. I tell you, I put together those highlights of the Alabama wins with Connect.
Right.
I got so much nostalgia for Connect, man. I have missed that guy. Oh, I missed that guy.
Was that the funnest year of Tennessee basketball?
Yeah, it was the best year.
It
was the best season ever in Tennessee history.
People can say like the Grant and Admiral and those teams were like the most fun. Dude, that team last year or 2 years ago with Connect and them, dude, that was just, dude, you would go to every game excited to see what that man does. Because at some point he's going to do something dumb as crap. just like stupid, crazy good. Like,
dude, it's crazy though. I did get a little bit of that feeling in that game with Ament. Like Ament, I gotta be honest, like when he starts showing you what he's about, like his potential, you're like, holy crap, that is the ceiling for him is so high. Like it's like I think we actually kind of did see the ceiling what Connect could do. Because he was a fourth year guy, he'd been through it all. I think we saw the best form of Connect. Ament, man, I don't know what his best game looks like. It may be stupid. This man could be. I mean, who the hell knows?
I mean, you're right because, like I said earlier in the podcast, it's like things slow down.
Yeah.
It's like he was seeing things better, and like when he was backing people down, like underneath the basket, he would back them down, and then right before he would shoot, he would have that one big like, I guess just he would really hit the back down hard. Like he would hit the player hard. He would really push him, and then he would go up in his length. No one could touch him because he was so his arms are so dead gum tall. They're above the cylinder, and it's so hard to try to even stop that. And if you stop it, then it's probably going to be a foul because you're going to foul him because his arms are so long. And that's usually the case when he misses a shot because every time that man goes up and the crowd hates it, and I hate it because it's like the Kevin Durant thing, like in the NBA. It's like every time that man goes up to shoot a jumper, he's getting fouled because he's so lanky and long. You're hitting his arm and not the ball. And that's what Nate Ament. And then it's just weird. You could see his eyes and his facial expressions do not look like they did about 4 or 5 games ago. He
No.
doesn't look defeated. He
He
looks
was
confident.
scared. He was
Yes,
scared at Arkansas and at Florida at times, and even Texas A&M. Like he had this like scared look on his face, and he was telling the guys to get out of his way. I'm going ISO here, um, and man, that's just so freaking awesome to see. And
I know.
maybe I mean, hell, it's just January. Who knows
You
what he looks like by March?
you could see it though. Like you hear it and you see it. Like you hear that he works his ass off basically. He
Oh
works his
yeah,
ass off in practice. He works his ass off in the like weight room. He does everything. Like he does everything right.
he's. I,
And
I heard he's super hard on himself. He's
you
super.
can tell he's super hard on
Like
himself.
bad games kill him. I've heard that. Like
Yeah,
the start to the year, the kind of narrative that he's
he's a
we're not
bust.
getting he's a bust. That's what we were. That was our narrative. I mean, you can't be a bust at 18, but whatever. But we were disappointed overall at the start, and that was eating at him
I
for
mean,
what I heard.
which is it was valid. Like you can't say it wasn't valid. I mean, it was valid, man. He was not playing good. He looked scared.
No,
He didn't look like he knew what he was doing. He was out of place and everything. But I didn't like the public abuse that he was getting on the internet. Like dude, that is not my number one pet peeve. Is when people call players out by name and tag them and stuff. Dude, that is so cringy and
mm.
so weird. And
uh,
like it's
you're a bigger
so
loser
weird.
than Charles
Yeah.
Bediako, man.
Yeah, it's a weird, it's icky, it's weird, it's dumb. I hate it. Like if you tag a player and say like, "Oh, you're playing like shit," like you're a loser. You are a weirdo. Like people can say what they want about Danny White saying text a buddy. That's when you need to text a buddy. As if you want to talk
Yeah.
shit about somebody, you text someone. You don't publicly do it because I don't know if people know this, but players see everything you say because we've talked to so many players. Like when I'm going to Collectibles and More, one of our sponsors, Collectibles and More, I go to their shop and Joey Aguilar is hanging out there and he's talking about literal tweets that people are sending him. He got death threats in his DMs for throwing the picks against Oklahoma. Like he got death threats in
I
his.
didn't mean it. Okay.
I was like, that's what I told him. I was like, Austin's crazy. You just gotta ignore him. But still, it's crazy. They read every single thing that people put out there.
Sorry, I got a joke to say, but I can't say it. Oh, it's too bad.
uh, but yeah, but it's true. They see it. They see it all. So not a fan of that. But it was sorry, this cold weather's got me. This cold weather's tearing my throat up. But anyways, but yeah, Nate Ament, man, it looks like he has turned a corner. You can see it. He was doing all the little things right earlier in the year. He was rebounding really well. He was passing very well. You can see those aspects, but now he is starting to perform well. And what you just said, it's just January. You never know what could happen until March. It's the end of January, but still, we're in February now, basically. But we got about a month and a half to go before things really spice up.
To me, like this kind of like evens out your trajectory, because like you looked at the schedule, you thought, okay, at Bama, I mean, well, even though we've won the last time and now 2 times in a row, you
Mhm.
probably thought going into this game, even looking out in December, we'll probably lose this one, right? At Alabama.
Yeah, yeah,
But you look to Kentucky and say we'll probably win that one.
exactly.
So it swaps those. You're where you should you are where you should be at this point. And hell, if you made free throws, if you were average at free throws, you'd have wins over Kentucky and Arkansas. So and we weren't bad at free throws this game, but it still left a little.
Yeah,
I
dude, y'all
wouldn't.
got to fix that crap.
Boswell was 1 for 4. I don't get how you can play the two and be that bad at the free throw line, man.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of room for improvement, and
I think the thing that
Georgia.
I think the thing that ticks me off. Okay, so out of all the sports, which one do you get mad at the most? Basketball, football, baseball. Which one do you get absolutely mad the most?
Probably baseball.
Baseball. It's basketball for me.
Yeah.
Anyone will tell you how livid I get during a basketball game. I'll say things that never utter out of my mouth during a weekday. And it's kind of unhealthy, to be honest with you. Like I get so mad knowing what our teams can be, and then when they're not that, it just infuriates me to the core. And then they end up winning the game. So it's just like it's really because you do have a really great coach in Rick Barnes. You do have a lot of good players on the team. And so when they underperform, and I know basketball's a long season, it's a game of runs, yada yada yada. But that right there, I gets under my skin more than anything because when you keep seeing the same mistakes over and over again, like free throws and turnovers, like you can fix that stuff, and when it's not being fixed, you get really. I
I
personally
know they've been working on
really
it.
angry.
I
I
know
know, but that's
the
just the
balloons are
thing.
out.
No, it's God. Stop. Oh my God, don't bring that up. Oh,
It's
I'm
gotten
a
better.
balloon.
It's
Oh,
gotten
God.
better. They didn't turn it over that much this game.
Yeah. No,
It
I mean,
really it's
we'll
improved
see.
big time.
Yeah, we'll see.
It was way
They've got to stop.
Gillespie struggles with that. It is a
Yeah,
problem
he
for him.
does. He does.
He's the biggest culprit of it.
But the thing that ticks me off too is like I don't. It's got to be coached, and this is the last thing I'll say about coaching. Um, but the bounce passes, like people can say all they want to. That's not coach, dude. We're the only team that bounce passes more than any team I've ever seen in my entire life. Every year, it doesn't matter who's on the team. We bounce pass a lot, and that causes a lot of turnovers. But that's my only pet peeve is like the bounce passes seem to lead to so many turnovers, and you can't say that's not coached because when a team does it that much, there's no way that that's not taught. So that's one thing. But Nate Ament and the team seem to be turning corner. So
I think baseball's the one that gets me most because I sometimes just decision making on coach's part, which I mean, Tony Vitello was great at it, but occasionally he'd leave a pitcher in too long. He would keep starting a player or keep messing with the lineup, and it would just bug me. He would keep starting guys that might provide defense, but oh my God, their bats aren't worth a damn. So it's that baseball is like so fun for me though because like I enjoy bitching about that stuff if that's weird to say.
no,
I enjoy bitching
I
about
get
it.
it.
Like I like to like I noticed this. You're stupid. I could do your job. That's not what I say, but
It's like when you're watching a game on TV and you say something and then the announcer says it right after you. See, told you.
yeah.
See, told you.
That's right. And third and goal in the second half of a playoff game is very important. Tony Romo said it. He said it was third and goal, and it was like a tie game. And he goes, this is a really important play. I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Jim, I don't know.
God, I'm so sick of him. I'm so happy. Oh wait, who has Super Bowl? Who has the Super Bowl? Is it NBC?
Jim, I don't know.
And then you go to the next broadcast of freaking Tom Brady, just a brilliant, like literally the
I
smartest.
I love listening to Tom Brady.
He's so freaking smart, it's unreal.
I've seen stuff online like people like crapping on him. I love that guy. He's fun to listen to.
Like he had that. I think Sam Darnold had a pass late in the game, and he like floated it instead of throwing it straight. And he's like, why did he float it? He had him
Yeah.
perfect, but he just floated it or
Is,
something.
is
Put too
Tom
much air
Brady
under it.
is Tom Brady becoming one of the most likable people after his career, like the biggest turnaround of all time?
It's ever since he went to Tampa.
Tampa
Ever
Bay.
since he went to Tampa, he's
Yes.
become like, and he had those drunk
So
photos come
likable.
out, and it's like, I kind of think that guy's always been there. I think maybe his wife made him a little weird. Is
I
that
think it's Bill Belichick.
Belichick? Yeah, good
I think it
lord.
might have been Bill Belichick that made him just Bill Belichick was so freaking like military, like Nick Saban, just so military. But then you see like Nick Saban retire, and Nick Saban, it's like the same thing as Tom Brady. It's so weird. It's like when they're in the game, Nick Saban just frustrated the hell out of you. Like, dude, shut up! You're annoying. I can't stand you. Same with Brady, and then he goes to the Bucks. His career ends. Nick Saban retires. His career ends, and they become so enjoyable. Like Nick Saban is my favorite person on College Game Day. He is absolutely so much fun. The way he's sarcastic and says, "I
You
don't give
would
a
see
damn."
you would occasionally see the little cracks of how much he's kind of a
Yeah,
cool guy
yeah,
at Alabama, and he never, like, I never disagreed with him. He never said anything I didn't.
no,
I just hate him because he kicked our ass. That's really it.
yeah,
Like that guy's too freaking good. That's the only art criticism I have.
hmm
And you're seeing a lot of that. I think we are actually treating those guys in a different regard now. Like how Kirk Cignetti is kind of worshipped a little bit for being that kind of same way.
yeah.
It like Nick Saban was kind of that way, but it's way more appreciated now. Well,
Well,
okay. Well,
Kirk Cinetti,
Cignetti doesn't lose his mind like Saban did.
he just looks he gives you like kind of like the Pat Summitt stare of death. He just kind of like
Yeah,
looks
dude,
at you
he
like,
is a lot like Pat Summitt.
mm-hmm.
That is actually a weird,
It's his demeanor.
a great comp that no
Yeah,
one's probably done yet.
it's a
He is a
great
lot like Pat Summitt.
because like okay, let's compare the two because during the
Say
game,
that.
Pat Summitt would give you the stare. She would like clap aggressively, and then after the game is over, she is like the happiest person in the world. Kirk Cignetti, after the game, he like turns into this like enjoyable person, and he's like doesn't care if they throw Gatorade on him. That he's like raising his hands, celebrating. Like that's the kind of thing that I want. It's like it's very Pat Summitt like the way he goes about his business because I really think he's enjoyable outside of the game, but inside and like during the game, he is very aggressive and very like just stares you down.
Look at those eyes. That's the easiest meme in the world. Like I've seen that memed 1,000 times. He's
Mm-hmm.
I if he was like 45 years old, I think he'd probably go win like 10 titles.
Probably
I mean, I'm
wouldn't
not
doubt it.
even joking. He has such an edge as a head coach above everyone else in his profession. It's unreal.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all right, let's kill the rest of this podcast with. I got a little segments going on here. I got 3 segments, and I like them. I think they're fun. 3 segments. We got the biggest letdowns in sports, our personal biggest letdowns. Cut one. You have 3 options. You got to cut one. Tennessee edition. Those are difficult. I made them difficult. And then choose one. Let's start with the biggest letdowns. I have my list. Austin, I'm pretty sure you have your list. I'm going to let you start. I've got about 10, but I don't know if I'll go through all of them. But anyway, biggest letdown in sports. It can be anything. What do you got?
Okay. My first one, personal, was the Tennessee career of Nico, whatever, Nico. Oh,
Well, yeah.
everyone knows who I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, I can't understate how hyped his recruitment was here. He was he was treated as like the guy, and I kind of saw it at times. Did I kind of saw a little bit of what he could be. He had a great arm. He could run. He was just he was lanky, but he was, he had all that. But even and yes, he didn't he's probably not played his best ball at Tennessee. He only had 2 years here, a redshirt year and a 1 year starter until he bolted because his dad's got bad things in the head. Um or is an idiot. Um but that year he was a starter. I mean, we did make the playoff, but it wasn't because of him. I mean, my God, it just felt like it kind of reminds me how we talked about Nate Ament, but we never saw him get it. It was always like
Never clicked.
it was always like the game was just too fast for him,
Hmm.
and it kind of looks like the way at UCLA a bit. I mean, I think he would have had a better season here than he had there because we're better built here. Um,
Yeah.
but it's so disappointing because like I mean hell I bought the freaking well I signed up for the vol club and I got the lay and like it was like I really bought into that guy. I thought he was going to be the guy to be our next great quarterback
Hmm.
of the Heupel era, and it turned out to be just nothing, pretty much just a some wasted money on our part, and
That was on my list. That's on my list. It was last on my list because like people probably, if you're a Tennessee fan, I've got one other Tennessee ball on my list, and then everything else doesn't have anything to do with Tennessee. I'm gonna go with Preston Williams, the wide
yeah,
receiver. Preston Williams, number one receiver in the entire country coming out, and all he did for us was go to the mall and model in his underwear, basically, and didn't do anything at Tennessee. Was one of the highly touted recruits we've ever had at Tennessee in wide receiver. 5-star, just everyone wanted him. Tennessee got him, and he was the biggest dud
I
I've ever
think
seen.
he finished his career at Colorado State.
And then
Uh,
Miami, he did pretty well in Miami for like a season.
he played Miami.
No, Miami Dolphins in the pros.
Oh,
He went to the pros, and he had like a couple good seasons. He was on my fantasy team. I remember because I picked him up because they kept throwing to him. He kept scoring touchdowns, kept catching it. But that was a dud for me. I mean, actually dud. Just I was excited for that guy, and he came in, and immediately you just realize this guy sucks. he's he's just
yeah.
really tall, and he was in high school. So
And don't get me wrong, Quinn Dormady and Jarrett Garantano were his quarterbacks, so I gotta put that out there. But
well,
it was a disappointing career.
Juwan Jennings had those type of guys too. So can't blame. So
Yeah, what you
all right,
want?
what's your next one?
My next one, is Super Bowl 48. Peyton Manning,
Mm, that's a good
Seattle.
one. That's a good one.
Seattle. I
Big
was
letdown.
pretty hyped for that Super Bowl. I obviously it was rooting hard for Peyton Manning to get his next ring. That offense, I think, set records for touchdown passes. They were absolutely mowing through everyone. It felt like, and
Face
then
the Legion of Boom.
that I think they threw a pick six on like the first play, wasn't
Mm-hmm.
it, or
So
something like
interception.
that?
Yep. Got two
Yeah,
up in the air.
and it never got
Nope.
any better. It was so
Yes,
bad.
that
It
was
was
it. Worst.
so bad.
Is that the worst Super Bowl of all time? Like the
It's
absolute worst. Like I turned it off after half. It was so bad.
I'm probably I feel like I'm too young to actually say that, but I feel it's the worst one I've ever
Worst
seen.
one I've ever seen. I've never seen any worse than that one. I'm gonna go. My next one. I'm gonna go with Cam Newton. Cam Newton in the Super Bowl, diving away from the ball as Denver recovered.
Next
Was it
Super Bowl.
Denver?
Yeah. Yeah.
Denver? Yeah.
Yeah,
That
the next Super
that
Bowl, I
that's not
think.
disappointing for me, but that is just an all-time disappointment. Like the game is on the line, you fumble, and you just sit there and watch it as everyone else dives on it, and that's pretty much it. That's a wrap. Like you don't even try. Like you don't even try. That is a dud move, and that pretty much ended your career. Like you after that, like you just kind of went downhill. No
I
one
mean,
really cared.
he was MVP too. He was the best
Yeah.
player in
Mhm.
football.
Yep.
He had that. I mean, that was. I mean, Denver. Don't get me wrong. That was an insane defense that just owned him.
Mhm.
Like probably one of the best defenses ever. But to just not even dive on that football in was it were they down like one possession?
It wasn't much. Yep. It was
Yeah.
not much.
So that was the game right there, and you didn't even give it your all.
Really bad. Really bad. What you got?
My next one is well, we referenced this earlier. It's Tony Romo's broadcasting career because
Oh,
you got a little out of hype. Like he had a
yes.
great first year, didn't he?
That's a really good one. Yeah, he got so much hype. Like everyone's like, "This is amazing. This is
He's like
amazing."
it's like seeing we're getting the insight on all the game. It's like so amazing, and then
He got too
and
much.
then it's like
So animated.
it's like whatever Cinderella wore those slippers for one season,
Yeah.
and then he was the scarecrow or whatever. I don't know. I don't know.
Shit.
They show him on the broadcast, like him and Jim Nance just sitting side by side, and Jim Nance just says something, and you see Tony's face, and he goes, "That's why you win those games." And he never moves. He
Oh,
just
Jim, here we
he
go.
just gives the reply of just like, I got nothing to add ever. And what does he sign, like an $18 million deal with them? It's
Oh,
unbelievable.
big,
I mean,
big,
he's
big deal.
getting,
Big deal.
and like no one's like, "Ooh, Romo's calling the game." Like it's like honestly, I do actually look forward to it because it's so bad it's good, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, this guy's a freaking idiot. It's insane.
I'm going to go direction of golf now. Biggest letdowns in sports is the segment here. You weren't around yet. I was not really around yet, but I remember watching it with my dad. And going back and watching it now, it's insane. Greg Norman is a golfer. The 1996 Masters. He was up by 6 strokes to
Mm.
begin Sunday,
Oh,
and
I've seen
lost.
this. I have
He
seen it.
lost. He
It was the
changed his
worst day
swing.
ever.
He changed his swing midday. Like he changed the way he started swinging and lost. It was the most crumbling letdown of all time. Like this guy had it in the bag, and he crumbled like a damn cookie. And it was one of the biggest just failures of the final day. You had it in the bag. Like you didn't have to do much. You could have just
I do
parred it.
remember that. I do remember
Yeah,
that.
good God. It was bad. It was real bad.
Oh,
If you haven't seen it, Greg Norman, like go watch the 96 Masters. It's ridiculous.
it's so bad. You do need to watch it though. You need to watch it because it's absolutely awful. Like it's like wasn't there a moment where he's rolling up his ankles to go in the water?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it's like just how far. It's just like a good symbolization of
How far will he go? Yeah.
how far he's fallen in the matter of hours.
Yeah.
um, my next one, okay, I mean this one's fairly obvious for us diehard Tennessee fans. Was the 2024 Tennessee baseball postseason. We
Mm.
had a good first weekend, but the next weekend we lost 2 out of 3 to the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. And I mean, we were on track. If that team won it all, that would have been the greatest team in the history of college baseball. Like
Yeah,
not even
they were being
close. They set
called
every
the greatest
record.
team. They were being called the greatest team in baseball ever.
They set every record, every scoring, every home run record. I mean, they won the SEC tournament. They won the regular season. They won it all. Um, but or no, I said wait, 2024 we won it. Wait, which one I think? I'm thinking
22.
2022. 22.
I,
Okay.
I I knew what you meant. I know what you meant.
Okay, but because I was about to say, but we redeemed it all by
Yeah.
doing basically all of that
Mhm.
in 2024, winning the tournament, winning the SEC tournament, winning the regular season, winning the East, winning or
And everything.
and
That's what
winning the College World Series.
that's
You
what
redeemed
that was the
yourself.
team was, the Jordan Beck and all of them. Like, yeah, it's just so that
Oh,
that roster. Go back and look at the 22 roster. That roster is so deep. Like
I
people that were hitting in our 7 hole would be leading off for most teams. Like it was stupid. It
I
was so
hate
dumb.
I hate to say it, but the moment I think kind of sealed our fate was well, I do feel like he left Jordan Burns in too long. I think he left him in inning too long. You with a guy that only has like 2 pitches,
Mhm.
they're great pitches. But when you're letting him see him for the third time in a game, that's
Yeah,
not a, that don't do
agreed.
that. Don't do that. They're gonna catch it. And that was a very experienced lineup that
Yeah.
would have found something on him. And
Do you
something
remember where
they
you were when that last out happened? You
yeah,
were
I
standing right
was
next to me.
standing
I
right next to you.
I know you were standing right next to me. I'll never forget the pop of that glove when
Hmm.
Notre Dame threw that last out. The pop of the glove, didn't talk to anybody, just left. Bye. Don't care to talk to anyone. See ya. Left. But
I remember it felt like I was like sitting on cloud nine or walking on cloud nine. We had them kind of in the bag, and then Tony Basilio like walks in front of me and
yeah, I
like
remember that.
kind of
Mhm.
waves, and it feels like ever since like the moment that happened, it was all downhill. Like I just call him Black Cat Basilio after that because it's like it's like bad luck just came our way. Um, but I think the moment that kind of set us on that trajectory to blow that was when something I love about Drew Gilbert is his fire, but when he told the umpire to go f himself and got tossed in the 2-game suspension, do you remember that?
Mhm.
Like that kind of you know that could have been the reason why we didn't make it farther too. Also, it's just
Yeah.
that was a tough one.
Yeah, it sucked. All right. I'm just going to go through the rest of my list real quick, and then we'll go to the next 2 segments and finish out this podcast. Reggie Bush's NFL career wasn't a bust or anything by means by that. Not a bust, just let down. Everyone thought he was going to be great. Wasn't. He had his moments, but wasn't great. And I got the Buffalo Bills versus the Houston Oilers in 1993. The Oilers were up by 32 points, and the Bills came back and won playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Or I remember seeing.
If I was a Houston fan, I would have literally jumped off a bridge.
Wasn't
I was not even close. And bringing it back to Tony Romo, not as an announcer, but botching the snap for the extra point in the playoffs. Botching it. They lost. It's against Seattle. And I got Rich Rod, West Virginia to Michigan. Complete letdown at Michigan. Just completely sent Michigan on like this downward spiral after that. Awful.
Should have gone to Bama.
And my last one is Tiger Woods when he had sex with like 25 million women and his wife found out and tried to kill him with a golf club. He could have been the greatest. He's still the greatest of all time, my favorite athlete of all time. But man, he was gone. I didn't like it, and it just was a very, very big letdown for me.
If you are a fan of comedy, watch Norm Macdonald's bit on Tiger Woods and his sex scandal. It's like, I just can't believe it. That guy. I thought he just played golf. You tell me he likes to sleep with women?
That's going to be one of the best movies ever made when his career's over. Tiger Woods. All that, his perfection of golf, then the scandal, and then he comes back and wins the Masters. The 2018 Masters. Just pure gold. Greatest sports moment of my life. Like, I watched Tiger Woods win that Masters. Just the stupidest, most amazing thing I've ever seen. All right. Cut 1, Tennessee edition. I'm going to give you 3 options. You got to cut 1. 3 players. You got to cut 1. I got 3 segments in this one. Let's go quarterback edition. You got to cut 1. Casey Clausen, Condredge Holloway, Heath Shuler. You got to cut one of those players. Who are you cutting?
That's
the last one's even worse. The last one's the hardest thing you'll ever do.
Because Heath didn't come back for his last season, and I feel like that 94 team could have been like a championship team. I'm gonna go Heath Shuler because he decided not to come back. And Clausen, I just got to give Clausen. Like, Clausen might be the least talented of the 3, but he was the Iceman.
Killer.
He had the moments where he won the big games, except for 1 LSU. Don't gotta talk about that.
Yeah. Casey Clausen, Condredge Holloway, Heath Shuler. Heath Shuler was the Heisman runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
Condredge Holloway, Artful Dodger, legend. Casey Clausen, the Iceman, just a pure bona fide killer. In the swamp, in Alabama, everywhere he went. God, I got to go Shuler too, man. But I was so close to saying Casey Clausen because if you had Shuler or Holloway nowadays, they'd be unstoppable. You couldn't stop that. Like, that would be just you could stop Casey Clausen nowadays. And with the style of offenses that are ran now, you could shut them. Condredge Holloway, Heath Shuler, you ain't shutting them down. You ain't shutting them down. Gotta say Shuler, but damn, that's hard. That's tough. That's real tough.
So based on their Tennessee careers.
Yeah. All right. Cut 1. Robert Meacham, Jawan Jennings, Marcus Nash.
Marcus Nash had Peyton Manning as a quarterback. I feel like he probably benefited a lot from that. I mean, he was great. Don't get me wrong.
Jawan Jennings had Jarrett Garantano.
Yeah, it's not Jawan. I think Jawan made the most of everything he got. I think Jawan is the last guy I got to worry about here. Meacham, I mean, he had
One of the best
Ainge.
receivers ever.
Yeah, I think he's better than Marcus Nash, just overall. And so I'm going Marcus Nash.
I'm gonna go Robert Meacham, man. Even though Robert Meacham was one of my favorite receivers of all time, I
Really?
really am. Yes. Let me bring this up, and I know you said Peyton Manning. He had Peyton Manning. Let me bring this up. Let me read you the stats real quick. Read this real quick. Okay. Marcus Nash. Where are we at here? Marcus Nash from 94 to 97 had 2,447 yards receiving and 20 touchdowns. Jawan Jennings in his career, 2,153 yards and 18 touchdowns. Robert Meacham, 2,140 yards and 17 touchdowns. So statistically, Robert Meacham was a lesser of those three, and Marcus Nash just annihilated everyone in that category. But then again, you said that he had Peyton Manning, but I'm going to go Robert Meacham, even though he's one of my favorite receivers of all time. Like, I love Robert Meacham. He was unstoppable. But Marcus Nash was just such a dude, go getter. Like, he just go get it, man.
I sort of have a Marcus Nash story. We were in Oklahoma for the Oklahoma game, and we are wearing our Tennessee stuff. I think we got an Uber just somewhere. I can't even remember that, but the Uber driver said like, "Yeah, I like Tennessee because one of my best friends played there." I was like, "Oh, who's your best friend?" Marcus Nash. Like, what? I didn't know. I looked it up. I'm like, yeah, he actually is from Oklahoma, and that was like one of his best friends growing up.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, last one. This one is, it's going to make you throw up. This one right here. We're going defense. Eric Berry, John Henderson, Al Wilson. You got to cut one of them. It's so difficult. So difficult.
No, man, that's
like you can't. You feel bad for even saying someone's name.
dang. That is tough. That is unbelievably tough.
Eric Berry,
God.
John Henderson, Al Wilson.
Shoot, that is. Sorry, give me a second. If I'm ranking them, okay, I say number one
this
is
not rank.
But
you got to cut one. You're not ranking them.
I'm gonna rank them and cut the third.
Okay.
Best defensive player ever is Reggie White. So obviously, he's not on the list.
I didn't put him in there.
He's not on the list, but I'm just starting that out.
Don't talk about anyone else but on this list.
I'd say those are probably the next three. I mean, you got Doug Atkins, but Eric Berry is a little bit of a victim. It's not Eric Berry. Eric Berry was so freaking good. It can't be Eric Berry. Big John Henderson. I mean, dang, that guy shut down the run like no one else.
Nope.
And Al Wilson, honestly, I think if we're just talking on the field, Al Wilson might be the easy one to go with here, kind of, because but his leadership overall just kind of makes him a whole different category. So just based on that, because of the leader Al Wilson is, I'm gonna keep Al Wilson and Eric Berry. I'm cutting John Henderson.
All right, this is gonna sound crazy. But I'm cutting Eric Berry, my favorite player of all time in the history of Tennessee, for this reason and this reason only. You have John Henderson and you have Al Wilson. They're going to make any safety look good. Doesn't matter who they are. They're going to make any safety or DB look legit. Because it's going to be hard to run the ball with John Henderson. Al Wilson, it's going to be hard to throw underneath passes because Al Wilson's there ready to knock your head off. Eric Berry was one of the best and is, in my opinion, the best player to ever play at Tennessee ever. But if you have a defense with those three dudes on it, John Henderson and Al Wilson are taking care of everything up front. And those safeties in the back, it's going to be a lot easier for them to work with John Henderson and Al Wilson in the same in the same hemisphere up there. Like
Would in modern days would Al Wilson be coming off the edge?
yes, he
Yeah.
would. He would. But those three players right there, it's just that's just stupid. Like Eric
Mhm.
Berry, again, my favorite player in the history of Tennessee football, the best player I think ever in Tennessee football. But scenario wise, right there, I got to go Eric Berry. I got to cut him because John Henderson and Al Wilson would handle their own up front to make the safeties look even like a decent safety look amazing. So I got to go with that. All right, choose one. We're going to go through this quickly. Choose one. Broncos throwback jerseys or Seattle's throwback jerseys?
Broncos.
Same. Broncos.
It's,
Even though
it's
Seattle's are
close.
so pretty.
It's probably like 1 and 2.
Mhm.
Only others I really like the Eagles and obviously like the Oilers with Titans.
Yeah. But
Those are the top
I'm
4.
going Broncos too. Like that's the cleanest freaking uniform, the throwbacks, especially nowadays. Like when they wear them, it's like you just can't get enough of them.
I don't know why you don't just go to a full time.
That's so stupid. I don't get it. McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's Burger King is just worthless.
Which one?
McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's. You sure about that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
know, you know,
inside joke. I'm gonna go McDonald's too because Burger King is absolute ass. It's trash. It's shit. It
how did
takes
they
care.
stay alive?
I have no idea. They've gotten so worse. They used to be really good. Burger King used to be really good, and now they
Yeah.
just are garbage. Everything they do is sucks.
They
Terrible.
peaked in 2005 when they had the Star Wars toys.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was I was addicted to collecting those. Wonder why I was such a fat child.
Which shipping service is better, UPS or FedEx?
I feel like UPS is a bit more convenient.
UPS is way more like you can trust them. I don't trust FedEx to save my life. They're all over the place. UPS all day long.
Yeah.
Xbox versus PlayStation.
I have an Xbox and I don't have a PlayStation, but I'll go PlayStation. It's
Me
just
too.
higher
Same.
quality.
I've got Xbox too as well. Microsoft goes down a lot. PlayStation, ruler, the king, first ever console I really ever had as a child.
It used to be I went with Xbox because their online service was free.
Yes, exactly.
And now it's not. So
yeah,
there you go.
Baseball versus basketball.
Like
which one?
Playing it or watching it?
Watching it. Baseball or no, going to the event. Baseball or basketball?
Oh, baseball.
100%. Agreed.
Close.
I don't like how we're agreeing so much.
Maybe like I said, when like you have a big slam dunk and one, it's pretty amazing, but like a grand slam and
dude, just the whole atmosphere of baseball is
there's so many aspects to baseball.
So many. It's just like you're going there. All your friends are there, all your people are there, and you're sitting there and you're just having a great time. And it's like the smell of it, everything. Smell of the ballpark. It's everything is perfect.
A big double play. I mean, man, it's just like
perfect.
There's so many moments like it's just the dugouts, the yelling, the like
everything.
There's so many
perfection.
Like baseball is such more of a I love basketball. I love basketball to death, man. I love basketball. But it's just like a deeper game. I don't know. There's so much to it.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I would choose it over most sports, even football probably. I love baseball. love going to the stadium. So much fun.
I love how like not every game is like do or die too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's so much. It's a lot more chill. Mm-hmm. You don't have to stress 24/7 during a game. Last one: Summer Olympics or Winter Olympics?
Winter Olympics. I'm gonna watch neither, but
if you could choose
winter.
Agreed. Summer Olympics fun. I love watching the curling. I love watching all that stuff. Like it's so much fun to me. It's so much fun. It's so intriguing to watch.
I mean, is basketball in the Summer Olympics? Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't watch it. Let's be honest. I I don't really watch
Winter
anything.
Olympics. I was watching Winter Olympics last night. Like I have it on. I'm watching. I'm enjoying it. Like I'm enjoying watching all the winter stuff. Like it's
I
fun.
think hockey might be the only thing I actually watch in Olympics.
I like the snowboarding. I like the curling. I like it all, man. It's so much fun. All the ice sports are just fun. It's so tricky and so it's just fun. It's fun. But anyway, good podcast. We will do it again next week. Good night, guys. Good night. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Stay warm.
Stay warm. Godly.
It's 10 degrees tomorrow.
Go Vols. God bless. Peace out.